This is a re-upload of yesterday's video. Because of copious amount of copyright and just YouTuber related issues, please share it so it can get the attention it deserves. So in today's shitfest, we are going to be seeing which one of the new summer special DLC cars can go through the Mount Chiliad trail the fastest. I'm going to be timing the cars runs and seeing which ones go the fastest. Stick towards the end because it gets interesting. Also, if you haven't already, consider subscribing. One last thing. I'm not covering all DLC cars in this video because it was too expensive. So like for a part 2 and let's get into it. Okay, so the Karin SUV was surprisingly fast once up to speed. Getting there however was a different story. It was ridiculously sluggish and never went over 50. Going through corner was stupidly difficult as I had to struggle with understeer. Believe me, if you're looking to buy this thing, don't buy it for driving fast. The Bravado Gauntlet was of course easier to drive than the minivan, except it had an opposite problem. Because of its large amount of power as a muscle car, that also meant it had no grip, as you'll see throughout the run. I spin out quite a few times and struggle to keep it under control. Now it's the turn of everyone's favorite car. Honestly, it handled really well and took the corners like a champ. To be honest, it handled better than most off-road cars, which worries me a little bit. The speed was good and I had a lot of power when I needed it. Next is the Dukes. Honestly, this thing was the worst to drive. It never responded well when I put the power down, and as you'll see by the end of this run, it is pretty beat up. Honestly, I maybe could have got it faster, but I did try a few times without success. Okay, where do I begin with this one? It was slow. Very slow. For an off-roader it really didn't feel like it had the power to go off-roading. I did some tests after this run and found it was rear wheel drive with an open differential. aka not good. I was honestly very surprised with how this thing performed. Obviously its power and handling is really good, but using common sense, should F1 cars perform better than a Jeep when it's off-road? Even following common sense, that shouldn't be a thing, right? Where do I begin? At high speed this van was terrible. It felt like it was extremely top heavy and was very hard to control, which comes back to bite it in the ass later. Stick around because this run gets quite interesting. You have to be kidding me, for fuck.